New Zealand, 6 o'clock in Australia, and we have Malaysians on the call, and it must be around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 a.m. in the USA. So for all of you that have taken the time out to really jump on this call, I want to honor you. I want to say thank you to you, and you have made a great decision today. Whatever time of the day it is for you to be on this call to make some changes to your financial future. So just to give you a little bit of information, this is a home-based presentation, and what I mean by that is we represent a really professional business and professional company, but we are able to do it from the comfort of our homes and the comfort of our home Wi-Fi, which can sometimes lead to a few technical challenges. We normally have our technical expert Brendan on our calls, but unfortunately he's not well today, and Bruce is going to be handling that in the background. So just in advance, if we have any glitches, we'll sort them out as soon as we can. The call is being recorded, so you will be able to refer back to anything. If you have questions during the session, I do urge you, however, to write your questions down, get back to the person who invited you onto the call afterwards, and we will absolutely endeavor to answer all of those questions for you. So again, I'm Janine Stocker, and I'm dialing in from Durban in sunny South Africa. Not so sunny today, but normally it is really sunny. I've even got a long jacket on today. It's really quite nice and cool. And we are very, very pleased to invite partners from around the globe, and specifically, I want to welcome anyone who's on here for the very first time and any of our guests today joining us for the first time. It would be great if you could just pop first time into the chat function. We can know that the chat function's working, and who knows from around the world who you may be connecting back with, old friends who you may not have seen for a while. So what we're going to be doing this morning is we have a 2-hour session set aside. The first part of our session is our presentation. After that, we are going to go into a couple of live presentations from people sharing their experiences. We're going to then move into some more explanations, and we're going to move into some training on how to set yourself up to be a massive success within this business opportunity. So we really hope you can stay on for the full 2 hours. If not, we'd love to have you just for the business presentation section, and your sponsor, whoever invited you, can get back to you with more information afterwards. So I have the absolute privilege and honor today to introduce you to a man who I would like to refer to as our team master of education, Mr. Bruce Hughes, who is a father of 3, lives here on the Dolphin Coast. And yes, you can actually see dolphins swimming along from time to time. He lives there with his beautiful wife, Jenna, and 3 sons, and has chosen to really take it upon himself to make sure that in a climate and in an environment that for some people is rather new, foreign, and daunting, to help us understand it in a really, really easy way. So I want to introduce you to Bruce. I want to welcome you onto our call for the next 40 minutes you're going to be spending with us, and open your minds, open your ears. You're about to hear some fantastic information. Over to you, Bruce. Bruce, we can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you put your audio on?
There you go. Okay, can you hear me
now,
Janine?
Can, thank you.
Okay, great stuff. So it's going to be a bit of a weird one because I'm trying to work a couple of devices here. So give me a second while I figure out. Hold on a moment. This is too funny. There you go. Okay, I've got you down here. We can turn that one off for now. Okay, so welcome to today's call. Janine, thank you again for always putting these calls together, making sure that we stay on track for time. We really want to honor that people have carved out time on their Saturday to come and get more information. And so we want to stick to the agenda. We want to stick to our timelines, and we want to jam pack as much information and quality information as possible into these calls. So I'm going to ask that you listen carefully, you take notes. I think notes are great to go back and reflect on. Again, we will make this recording public and available for you to have a listen to again. But it gives me a great pleasure to take you into a brief presentation this morning. And I want to set us up to really understand what this presentation is about before we go into training. And I'm going to ask you to interact a little bit in the chat function. If you're not sure where that is, just go to the bottom of your screen. You'll see a little bubble there, chat, and you'll be able to chat to everyone. You can go and select everyone. So don't just chat to the panelists. Go and click on chat and then choose everyone, and you can chat to everyone. But who here believes that our world has radically changed because of coronavirus? You can just type yes or no. And here's what I mean by that. We're seeing companies that are restructuring. We're seeing salary portfolios that are restructuring. We're seeing more and more businesses doing business and meetings online through Zoom. We've seen our economic structures literally change overnight. So we've seen GDPs rise and fall. We're seeing our financial structures change as well. Here in South Africa, we've really felt it on the rand against other currencies. I don't know which country you're from, but I imagine that you're also seeing that there are changes. There are changes that have happened, and we're not ever going back to the same. We're going back to a new normal. Just type the word new normal, because that's what everyone's talking about at the moment. Everyone's talking about, what does the new normal look like? What does the new normal in business, the new normal in earnings, the new normal in banking, the new normal in travel look like for everybody? And so part of today's call is going, if there's a new normal out there, if there are changes that we're aware of, how can we step into that new normal and thrive? Okay, there's a difference between surviving and thriving. And you know where you're at right now. You know what kind of year you've had. So maybe you can type, be honest, type if you've been surviving or if you've been thriving this year. Just type it in the bottom. It'll be interesting for me to see. Great, a lot of people being very honest. This has been a year of survival for many, many people. And so on today's call, I'd like to maybe flip all the people who are in survive mode and flip you across into thrive mode, just by sharing a company, a strategy, a technology, some financial options that you can look at. And if it makes sense, you can make that change out of a surviving mentality and move across into a thriving mentality. So that's kind of where I want us to position our heads. I am going to be talking about a company that is in pre-launch mode. So from now until the 15th of December, the information I'm sharing with you is very specific to pre-launch. So we're looking at some pre-launch professionals, some pre-launch partners to represent the company. From the 15th of December onwards, we're going to be going into more and more product lines, more and more services that are designed to explode, grow, and thrive in this new normal. And the invitation for you today is to come along and look at that. Come along and decide if that's something you want to do. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and this is either going to work fabulously well. No, I've already got it wrong. Let me share. There you go. That's better. We're on the right track here. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to take you through some information today. Janine, can you just give me a little heads up? Can you see the slides quite clearly here? It should just be a blank slide at the moment.
Yes.
I can see you, Bruce.
Blank slide. Yeah.
Okay, great. We're just going to flip through this. So I want to talk about this opportunity with a company called the Gold Standard Banking Group. I want to talk about a platform or a program that they've put in place called the Gold Standard Partners. In other words, this opportunity for us to step into taking advantage of what this company is setting up. Now, I want to say this up front. Every effort has been made to accurately represent the Gold Standard Partners program. I want you to know that. Every effort in this presentation has been made to share earnings and income potentials. But that potential at the end of the day comes down to ideas, techniques, knowledge, skills, and time that you choose to put into this if it makes sense for you. I do need to tell you that, yes?
Can I ask you if you would mind just putting it on a slideshow just so that it can be full screen, because we've got the banner at the top and on the sides at the moment.
We could totally try that. I'm waiting for the little weird screen thing. Someone's raised their hand and it's blocking my screen. So let me just figure that out.
Okay, you're doing well.
No, we're not going to get there. So you guys are going to have to watch it like this.
Okay.
Right. So every effort has been made to make sure that this information is accurate. But I do want to encourage you to understand that what you make of this information really will boil down to how well you do with this company, this partnership program. There you go. Look at this. We're moving on here. And I also want you to know that this, again, is a pre-launch phase. So there are more product lines. more services that'll be rolling out. Can I ask that no screenshots, no recording other than the official full recording that we're doing today that we will release goes onto public and social media. We want to make sure that nothing is edited or misrepresented. And so I really ask that you respect what we're putting together here and that we will release the full recording unedited for you to have a look through again. So I want to talk about the gold standard products. The GSP group has looked at cryptocurrencies, they've looked at blockchain, and they've looked at how our economies have shifted into a higher demand of transparency. Would you say that if there was better transparency in governance, if there was better transparency in finances, if there was better transparency leading?
Bruce, we've lost your sound. If you can hear us. I do see that there's a couple of technical challenges Bruce is experiencing in the background.
Yeah, it looks like for some reason it just auto muted me there. We're going back to this, guys. We're going back to the simple things in life. So what GS Partners has put in place is they've put in a system where all their products, all their services are fully transparent. In other words, they are building and growing their entire business model on blockchain. That means all their products, like their online academy, their emailing services, their voice services, their text services, any trading that happens on their marketplaces, any partner programs, any products sold, anything, any of the mineral products that are rolling out in 2021, like gold, silver, diamonds, etc. Any product that moves through this program can be tracked transparently on blockchain. And this becomes a world first. This becomes a model for many other companies that wish to act in a transparent manner, that wish to put trust into the marketplace. And so as we move forward with Gold Standard Partners, as we invite you into this, I want you to understand that the technology behind the company allows for full transparency, whether somebody wishes to audit the company, audit its sales, come in and audit its growing customer base or affiliate base. Everything is built onto blockchain and can be audited. Now, does that mean you have to become a blockchain expert overnight? Absolutely not. You and I get to look at this program, we get to look at the products, and we get to choose whether we want to become users of these services and products or whether we want to represent them. The back end is handled through blockchain, and that makes it a world first, and it makes it safe and transparent. Now, over the next 15 days, we have a very specific focus. We want to help people register into this business before it launches into the public market. We want to make sure that we give people time to find their place in different markets. So South African market, Zimbabwe market, the UK market, European markets, North American, Asian, Australian markets. We want to make sure that we get footprints in all those different markets and place people to accurately and honestly represent the company. We also want to help these early adopters. That's you who's watching this right now, how to understand the world of cryptos, get your foot into cryptocurrencies. So we want to help you set up a Bitcoin and Ethereum wallets. And then also, because we're in a pre-launch period, there are promotions running at the moment that people can take advantage of. And so we're going to talk a little bit around the promotions today. And then we're also going to talk about how to go to the market. There will be some training that happens after this short presentation. G999, the actual cryptocurrency that represents the business's entire ecosystem, will go live into the marketplaces on the 15th of December. The actual company's cryptocurrency has been listed already on major exchanges like BitForex and CoinSuper. And again, you and I, as a community that's representing more and more products and services, we can also earn in different cryptocurrencies as well as the G999 cryptocurrency. I want to tell you right now, during this early registration phase, that there are promotions that people can win. And so I want to encourage you to take action after this call. You can take action, you can plug in, you can get a free account, and then you can shift some of your rands, your dollars, your pounds, your euros that are going through inflation. You can shift it into deflationary products like the G999 cryptocurrency. And if you do that, you do have a chance to win lots of that particular coin. You do get to win more products and services through something called a basic brand package. And for all of those who want to go on and represent this and earn commissions, we do have a window period from now until the 15th where you can earn commissions 9 levels deep on our commission pay plan. And I'll go through that in a moment as well. So there's no reason for you not to take action. If the information makes sense, if your questions are answered, you can take action today. So let's quickly talk about the different ways that people can earn commission during this promotion period. Our company has 2 pay plans. They've got a direct sales commission pay plan, and then they've also got a company shares pools program. In other words, total volume of sales over time as the company grows, the sales of its services, the sales of its products, we can earn percentages of. Right now, though, I want to draw your attention to how to earn through the direct commission plan. Right now, we have an opportunity to move packages into the field. And each person that I personally help get registered and they start buying products, I can earn 10% direct commissions on. And so can you for every person that you help plug in and start using the products and services. But it doesn't stop there. Very similarly to most other sales companies out there that have a structured sales team, referrals can be earned throughout your sales team. And in our case, our direct commissions go 9 levels deep in the order of 10, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2%, and another 3, 4, 6%. What does this do? This drives depth into sales team. This drives training into sales teams. This drives penetration into marketplaces. So I want you to think about the territory you're in. Please type out again the country that you're in, whether you're in Australia, Malaysia, South Africa, UK, Netherlands, type the country that you're in, because you have an opportunity here to reach out and create sales teams and earn from those sales structures. That's what you're looking at on this slide, the ability to earn commissions through your sales structure. I love the number of territories we're seeing on this call. It's fantastic to see that we already have a global footprint during this pre-launch period. Here's what I want to encourage you to do. Help people register today. Help people register for free before the 15th of December. And help people get a stake as a new partner into winning extra coins, extra value, extra earning potential. That is the goal over the next 2 weeks. Help create a footprint. And then for those who are looking to really move with this company and are wanting to maybe position themselves in passive earning vehicles, the company has set up 2 products, one called a masternode and one called staking. This is just a fancy way in the world of crypto of saying that you form part of the infrastructure that verifies all transactions, all products, all services moving through this ecosystem. You become a stakeholder in the verification of those transactions. Just write transactions in the bottom right now if you would like to be in a position where you can earn for the rest of your life based on transactions that are happening through a transparent sales platform. All products, all services, you earn transactions on. This is what noding and staking means. And obviously, if you're a noder, it comes at a higher price tag because you're earning a larger amount in those transactions. And staking comes at a lower price tag because you're earning a lower amount. Noding, you earn up to 7.5% in tokens that can grow over time. and in staking it's 2.5% per annum. Now, that is if the actual cryptocurrency, the G999, stays at its same value. But what if it grew? What if it doubled in value or tripled? Bitcoin over the last 10 years has gone from a couple cents to almost $20,000 today. This company here, GSB Partners, is not Bitcoin. It is not a company that is trying to take advantage of a 10-year-old technology. No, this is a company that has created its own platform, its own technology with its own products and services that you and I get to represent, and we earn fees based on that if you hold a node or a stake. So if you want to find out more about noding and staking, we will be unpacking that after this presentation as well. So there's a lot you can stay online for to find out more. So I want to just wrap up this very brief pre-launch presentation by saying this. The next steps are simple. You can get a link from someone who invited you onto this call, because the only way to get onto a call, the only way to plug into the company, the only way to represent their goods and products is if you're a GS partner. So ask for a registration link so you can become a GS partner. Second step is set yourself up to be able to plug into the ecosystem. Set yourself up to be able to exchange your devaluing pounds, dollars, rands, and rather put them into growing cryptocurrencies. You can do that. That's the next step. And then the third step is help other people register. We'll be moving products and services for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 60 years through this platform because it is transparent and auditable. And that's what the world is demanding. And then lastly, join our Facebook groups. That's where we publish information, we publish presentations, we publish trainings. It's a great central resource to get more and more hand-holding tools in your back pocket. So I want to thank you for jumping onto this very brief presentation. And again, this presentation is focused solely on helping our pre-launch teams get positioned, get ready, and get informed on how to be a GS partner. From the 15th of December, we go live with our product lines. Into 2021, we roll out more and more products. This company has very specifically positioned itself in the crypto technology space, whilst pulling along trusted products like gold, diamond, silver, whilst pulling along other products and services. And you're on this call at a unique time in history to be able to make a decision whether you want to plug in as a customer or as a partner. But we're looking for partners right now in different territories to drive awareness, to drive market share on behalf of the GSB group. So I want to thank you for listening to me for just a moment. I will be coming back a bit later to share some more product lines. You'll be hearing from great teachers today who will be opening up their back offices and sharing some of the products that we've spoken about today. But I want to thank you, and I want to hand back to Janine.
Thank you so much, Bruce. I know it was tough. You managed the tech there quite well. We did get the gist of it. And I think that's exactly what I want to just confirm. This was an introduction for those of you that are brand new. We are in our soft launch phase between now and the 15th of December. So it's the opportunity to gain knowledge. Some of you might be thinking to yourself, well, what is cryptocurrency? What is blockchain technology? What is masternodes? How do I get Bitcoin? I'm used to taking my debit or credit card and going to pay for something. How now do I get Bitcoin? What we decided to do is get a professional in that space to assist you, because I want you to know and understand, by being plugged into this team and into these sessions, we are going to make sure that you're coming along this journey with us and you're not getting left behind, and that you get the knowledge you need to take these next steps. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce you now to Dani van Sail. Dani van Sail runs a crypto school in Pretoria here in South Africa. And what he's going to do is actually show you how the individual person can purchase Bitcoin. Because in order to plug in and get involved and take advantage of what the company is offering, you need to own some Bitcoin. So really, Dani, over to you with that beautiful, bright, sunny background. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janine, and thank you, Bruce. It's such a privilege to be part of a bigger team and to talk to people from around the world this morning. And from a very cool and cold Pretoria. That's why I have my jacket on, is not just to look suave, but it is a necessity this morning. But I have the privilege to share with you how to buy Bitcoin. For every one of you, I've got just a small little window in which I can show you how to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to use my background as the screen. So please make sure that if you're on your phone, put your phone horizontally so that you have the biggest possible picture. Make sure that you follow me, go presenter view, and you will see my slides in the presenter view. I've created PowerPoint slides not to do this live on the different exchanges or buying the Bitcoin and moving the Bitcoin, but I've created a PowerPoint so that I'm sure that the technology will not let us down, because sometimes the technology just flickers for a while and the next page doesn't come up in good time. So thank you for the opportunity, team, for sharing with you. And I'm going to introduce you to a company called Altcoin Trader. Now, I don't know, maybe we have people on this call who don't know Altcoin Trader yet. That is our preferred exchange in South Africa that we use to get our team into crypto. And it is a South African exchange. They are registered with the authorities. It is a proper exchange. They are not a backyard mechanic. They are someone that we've been using for the last 5-6 years. I think they created Altcoin in 2016, memory serves me right. And as a team, we use this because we know the owners, we know the directors of the company, and if something goes wrong, we have an inside track to talk to them and to assist and help. And they are very gracious in helping us whenever there's a problem. And unfortunately, we had to solve one or two of them already. The key is this morning, I will just quickly show you how to buy crypto on Altcoin Trader if you've not been on Altcoin Trader before. And I will try to do it as comprehensively as I can so that you can go watch this video and pause and do, and pause and do. So this video will come in handy for you going forward, as you can pause, do the step and go. And I essentially will look at 3 areas. The first area is registration. The second area is security, because that is such an important part. And the third part is how to do the transaction, how to buy the Bitcoin and move the Bitcoin to GS Partners Exchange, where you want to participate in the products on offering. And we have someone else that will talk about the product. But I'm just going to show you this morning how to buy the Bitcoin. So the website is called altcointrader.co.za, ALT, alternative coins, altcointrader.co.za. It's an African web page. And all you need to do is you need to log into the web page and go to the register tab and click on the register tab. The moment that you click on the register tab, it will immediately give you the option to register your account with Altcoin Trader. The username, I call that the paaldansnaam in Afrikaans, or your stripper name, because they told me in English that a paaldansnaam is your stripper name. But that's just the username that you want to use. So I just try and show that I have a sense of humor that's very, very conservative. And so you can use your paaldansnaam, your stripper name. You type in your email, you create the password, you confirm the password, I accept the terms and conditions, and you register. The moment that you've done that, and my technology for one moment have left me hanging on my side, and that's exactly the reason why I created the PowerPoint, not to have an issue with the technology. And the moment that you registered on the registration page that I've just showing you, the moment that you click register, you will immediately receive an email, a message telling you that your account has been registered successfully. You have an email in which you have to go click to just confirm that this is your email address. So please go to your email. You'll see this is an Altcoin Trader. They tell you that you have to go and click on the email. The click on the email will confirm to them that you are the rightful owner of the email and you have control over that email account. And that's what the email will look like. And you click on activate account. And I've just this morning created an account for this purpose of screen recording it. And in that, I've transferred crypto in there, and I've done everything. So everything that I'm going to do with regards to crypto and Altcoin Trader is something on a brand new account that I've done this morning. So it's a very quick and painless process. The moment that you click confirm on the email that it is your email address, you will get a notification on Altcoin Trader that says activation was successful. You can now log in. That is simple enough. So what do? We log in. Also, every time that you log in, you will get an email telling you that you have logged in. So there is a security measure in Altcoin Trader that tells you that you logged in by email. So if anyone should breach your security and log in on your Altcoin Trader account, you will have an email telling you that you've logged into your account. So it wasn't you, you know that you have to take immediate action. And the first thing that the system, the Altcoin Trader system, will ask you on security is to enable your second factor. Now, any one of you in the team, anyone that's got a GS Partners account, you have to set up second factor. It is an app that you download to your Apple or Android device, and it is called Google Authenticator, the Authenticator app. And you download the app to your device, and the moment that you open an account, you set up the Google Authenticator, which gives you a little 6-digit number that changes every 30 seconds to make sure, even if someone breach your security and find your email, your login detail, they still have to have access to your device on which you have set up your second factor. And for your assistance, I'm just going to quickly show you what will happen. So the moment that I click on setting up second factor, the Altcoin Trader system will automatically take me to this page that says second factor authenticator, and it will tell you to set up your second factor, enable your second factor authenticator. So all I do is I click on the button, and make sure that you have your phone handy, because the next step, you will now activate it on your phone because you have second factor on your phone. You'll activate it on your phone. But if you have a tablet or an iPad, a second device, or your spouse's phone, even set up the second factor on your spouse's phone. And the moment that you activate your second factor, activate it on 2 devices. Activate it on two devices, so that you make sure if you lose control over one device for a little time, you can immediately still do your transactions. Remember, this is our finance, this is our money, and we need to make sure that you and your grandkids will one day benefit from being in this crypto opportunity, and not someone else to relieve you of your finance. So I click on enable second factor, a little QR code will appear with a code on top. Now, the first thing that I want to say is this little code on top. Please, please, please make sure that you copy that and print it out, put it on a piece of paper, print it out, and save it somewhere in 1 or 2 printed forms. Never ever on your device, because someone with that little code, someone with that code will be able to install your second factor on their device. You didn't hear what I just said. Any person that receives that code will be able to restore your second factor to have access to this account on their device. So you never ever should allow anyone not to have an account without second factor activated. So all you do is you go to your device, your phone or your tablet, multiple devices at the same time, click on the second factor, click on your second Google Authenticator app, click on the plus button to add another one. It will say scan QR code, and you scan this QR code. Once you scan the QR code, once you've saved that number, then you type in the authenticator number in the code section at the bottom. So you type in the 6-digit code that you will get on the app on your phone. You type in the 6-digit code in there, and you say activate now, and your second factor will be activated. The next time that you log in, the system will, once you've put in your username and password, the system will ask you for that second factor authenticator's code. And in some of the platforms, they even have the sense of humor to call it your secret. So type the secret. We want the secret. And that is just the code that you get on your second factor authenticator. I trust that everyone is with me on this. I trust that you part of being safe on this. And if you maybe type a 1 for us, if you're safe, if your second factor is set up on your accounts, please just type a 1 for us. So thank you, Michael. I can see that you've done that before. And guys, girls, we want your grandkids to benefit from your crypto. Now, the beautiful part with Altcoin Trader is the moment that you've set up your account, you immediately can withdraw up to 15,000 Rand. Now, for this opportunity, we need $99, which is around 1,500 Rand. So if you create your altcoin trader account, you can immediately deposit, you can immediately buy Bitcoin, and you can immediately withdraw up to 15,000 Rand from altcoin trader in crypto to send to GS partners. So that is a key part. So remember, you don't have to wait for your KYC to be completed. And I'm going to quickly run over how to set up the rest of the account and to buy the Bitcoin. And I just need to check my time. Otherwise, Bruce is going to jump on me because I shouldn't bugger up the time here for them this morning. And the key is that you and I need to make sure that we understand the process and that we just stay in the process and make sure that we are as secure as possible on our account. Now, for participating in the GS partners, we need $99. And to have that $99, we need to make sure that we have the money into our altcoin trader account. So what you will do is you will quickly load up your KYC documents. You'll know your customer documents. In South Africa, we call it FICA, the FICA documents. So upload your FICA documents into the system for future, because you want to do more than that for future. But for today, remember, for what we need now, for what you need the client to do first, before the FICA is completed, before the KYC is completed, they can already transfer the first amounts to GS partners. You upload your documents. It's safe. Any one of you that's on this call most probably use Facebook, and you most probably added photos to Facebook. And this is the same process. You just add a copy of your ID document. If you have a passport, use your passport, and then proof of address, your picture holding your passport. Make sure that they can read your ID or passport that you hold is the selfie, and you just upload those documents. And you then, after you uploaded your FICA documents, go complete your details. Now, this detail is not your Paldonsnaam, not your stripper name. This detail is your first name, your last name. Now, at first name, if a person has got two or more names, I always type the first two names according to your ID book. Not your known as. Not your known as. Your ID book names must go in there. So many people put their known as names in there, and then they have a problem with getting their KYC approved. So just type in your details in there for you to set up your account properly or to complete the process. Then we want to deposit. This is the cool part. And this is another 2 minutes, then I'm done, Bruce. So you go click on South African Rands in the deposit on the altcoin trader account. You go click deposits. It's on top in the navigational bar on top. You click on South African Rand, deposit to South African bank accounts, and they give you the option. You can deposit straight EFT into a Standard Bank, or you can EFT into a net bank account. So you can select which one of the two you want to use. You see there's a little line against the reference, because I don't want you to by accident watching the video and then transfer money to my account. And that's why I've crossed out my reference in there, but you will find your reference. And all you do is when you EFT, you set up the beneficiary on your bank account, your South African bank account, on your EFT deposit, you just use that reference, not your name, not your Paldonsnaam, not your email address, nothing, just that reference. And in the altcoin trader system, your money will immediately be credited to your account. If you do a deposit with between 6 o'clock in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, why from 6 to 2? Don't ask me. That's the altcoin trader rules. If you do a deposit between 6 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, it is almost instantaneously. It is minutes. It's really minutes. It's not hours. It's minutes. And the money will show up in your account, and you will be able to buy the crypto that you would prefer. Now, all you do is once you've deposited, you see your money in the account, you go to Bitcoin. That is the landing page of altcoin trader. It is the page that you always land on. Remember, if you want to go back to this Bitcoin page, you just click on the altcoin trader logo, top left. You click on the altcoin trader logo, you always go back to the front page of a web page, and you in altcoin trader, and you can buy Bitcoin. So on the buy Bitcoin section, let's say you want to buy 2,000 rands of Bitcoin. Remember, this is now rands. We need about 1,500 rand in Bitcoin, $99. But because the Bitcoin price is fluctuating, you don't know the exact number. So we don't do exact payments. We just buy Bitcoin to move to your GS Partners account. And in your GS Partners account, you will do an exact payment of the $99 in Bitcoin. But we need to have a little bit spare. Those change, that little change in Bitcoin will sit there and it will participate in the growth of Bitcoin. So in this case, to make it as simple as possible, don't try and type how much Bitcoin you want. Just take the number in there. I want just Bitcoin is my throughput coin. I don't want to exchange. I don't want to trade now. I just want to buy Bitcoin. I need Bitcoin in my GS Partners account as quick as possible. So just type in there the amount that you want, 1,800 Rand, 2,000 Rand. In this case, I purchased 2,000 Rand of Bitcoin. Just typed in there 2,000. The moment that you type in there 2,000 and you click outside this little box where I have the arrow, the Bitcoin number will come up automatically. They will accept that price and you say buy Bitcoin. That's how simple it is. Just type in the Rand amount, 1,800 Rand, 2,000, 5,000, whatever you want to buy. You just type the amount in there at the bottom. Make sure that money is in the account and you say buy Bitcoin and you will have purchased the Bitcoin. The moment that your order is fulfilled, your order is filled, you will now want to transfer your Bitcoin to your GS Partners account. And I'm landing in 32 seconds to a minute. So you go to your GS Partners account, you go click on deposit. The moment that you click on deposit, the system will give you a QR code again. Now, because you're on your computer with two different tabs, you cannot scan the QR code maybe for this transaction from Altcoin Trader, but all you do is you click on that little clipboard. There's a little clipboard. Can you see the little clipboard here just next to my head? That little clipboard. All you do is you click on that little clipboard with your mouse and it will tell you address copied. That's how simple it is. That long Bitcoin address is now copied. I've just colored in the QR code again because I don't want you to by accident deposit your money in my account. I want your money in your account. You just click on copy address. So this is now my deposit Bitcoin address. Can you see there on top? BTC. Make sure that you're on BTC and not on ETH. And on BTC, if you let me get my mug out of the way, there's Ethereum. If you want to send Ethereum, you just click on Ethereum, you get an Ethereum address. But in this case, we have a Bitcoin address and we copy that address. You go to your Altcoin Trader account, click on withdraw Bitcoin, paste that address in there. Always go back to GS Partners, see if the first two numbers, the last two numbers are corresponding with the numbers on the address. Say I want to transfer all the Bitcoin. If you just click on that, it will put all your Bitcoin in there, withdraw. Now, here's one thing that I would just like to mention to you for future. If you pay a specific amount of Bitcoin to an address, always make sure that this number you will receive is the number of Bitcoin that you're sending. If you pay an invoice, in this case, we just transfer amount of Bitcoin, so it doesn't matter to be specific. But that fee on the wallet, there's a 0.0005 BTC fee that Altcoin Trader charges, is deducted from the amount of Bitcoin that you put in on top. Just for future reference, if you pay a specific invoice, make sure that you add that to the invoice so that the amount that you withdraw sit there. The amount that you want to pay for the invoice must be that amount specifically there. And that's just an alert. Make a big note about that. When you transfer for a specific invoice through Altcoin Trader, make sure that you include that number. Otherwise, you're going to be with egg on your face and they will tell you that you did not transfer enough money. The moment that I click transfer, you'll see I want to make this withdrawal. I click on OK. I receive an email. It will tell me you received an email. You have to confirm the email. Most of the complaints that we get is a transaction, the Bitcoin did not arrive. Why? Because you didn't read there that you have an email to confirm, and you have to get an email, approve the withdrawal. Just click on the email, approve the withdrawal. Immediately, once you click on your email, this page will open up again and it will tell you your withdrawal was successful. And voila, you have your transfer to GS Partners. Now I sit and wait for the Bitcoin to arrive in GS Partners, and I'm going to press the button to buy the $99, which you now have the Bitcoin on there. And Bruce, Janine, thank you. I trust that someone has heard something. There we go.
Thank you so much, Donnie. Really, really, really appreciate it. I know there are many people on this call that are from around the globe. So what I want to ask is that if you are from another country other than South Africa, what would be really, really helpful for other people in your country is for you to type your country and what exchange you use in your country. Just because more people, and obviously there is some social validation if you are using an exchange already, because not everyone is going to be able to plug into Altcoin Trader. So Donnie, I really appreciated that. It was absolutely step by step. And I know there are many people on the call who are very familiar with cryptos and could have gone, oh my gosh, this is so boring. But I want to tell you, there's an age group of us that needed that absolute step by step on how to do it. So I can see why you run a crypto school. Thank you so much for your knowledge and expertise in sharing and introducing us to the Altcoin Trader platform and the how-to steps. Really, really much appreciated. I know many South Africans also use Luno. And as I said, this was just an example of one exchange. There are many, am I correct?
Correct, yes. And remember, find the exchange in your country, because the key is you want your fiat into crypto. We're new to crypto. This is for someone that's new to crypto, that doesn't own crypto already, that wants to get the crypto to go into GS Partners. So you want to get an exchange where you can transfer your fiat into an exchange that's a deposit-taking institution that can receive your money to purchase the Bitcoin to send to GS Partners. And the process is simple, fantastic. The same. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you so much, Donnie. Absolutely fantastic. And for those of you that aren't sure what fiat currency is, it's your rands, dollars, pounds, yen, whatever it is that you operate in your country. Thank you so much, Donnie, for that. All right, so there is a gentleman on this call who, like many people on the call, took advantage of the $99 offer that GS Partners has in place at the moment. And I just want to go over what that offer actually is. So we have an early bird soft launch promotion, okay, where you stand a chance to win 49,999 G999 coins by purchasing the $99 offer. There are 50 lucky draw tickets, and every 999 tickets entered, it starts again, okay? So there are going to be 50 prizes of 49,999 G999s to give away. Lots of nines here. And how you can be in it, because with anything, you got to be in it to win it. And in order to be in it, you need to register your GS Trade account between the 1st and the 15th of December, which is right now. You need to deposit $99 worth of Bitcoin into GS Trade, just as Donnie showed us how to do now. And then for that, you will not only receive, you will receive 4,999 G999. So basically, for your $99, you're getting 4,999 coins already. Plus, you get a ticket into the draw to potentially win. You can have a maximum of 3 entries per partner. And I've got a gentleman on the call from New Zealand, so it must be nearly 9 o'clock in the evening there now. And he took advantage of this. He's not a stranger to many on the call. His name is Jacques Sasson. He likes to be known as the Assassinator, and you might start to quickly understand why. And he took advantage, and he's going to share his experience with you. So over to you there in New Zealand, Jacques.
Thank you very much. I hope everybody can hear me.
We can, thank you.
Great, I take that as a good yes. Look, I was looking at the products and I was contemplating, wow, there's this package of $99. I want to test the system. This is blockchain technology. Firstly, I want to go and acquire some coins because I believe in the coins. And how else do you extract coins at the moment, because the exchanges are closed, you can't buy them yet. So I went and clicked, transferred my Bitcoin across, just like Donnie showed you. And I went and bought a little extraction package. And I wasn't expecting to win anything, but Michael Wensley posted on my one group this morning when I woke up. And here was a little video showing that I was selected and I had won. And I thought, what have I won? I went and won just 1 coin short of 50,000 coins. And you know, the value right now, 2 cents a coin, means that the $99 I spent had just become $1,000. And you know, we all firmly believe that this coin is going to rise in value when a whole community works together. What are the values going to be down the line when I hold on to my coins? So if you're sitting on the fence saying, I don't know if I want to buy right now, I want to wait, the system's working. The other reason why I wanted to test and buy the product is I wanted to go and phone my upline and say, did you get a commission from what I just bought? And Andrew Eaton, that signed me up, did get a commission. And that shows that the levels of commissions that are coming through the network are working. And everyone else has started buying. I saw little bits and pieces of commission coming in. And I accumulated more Bitcoin from other people buying products. And you know what I went to do? I went and bought another ticket to get into the next draw. You've got to be in it to win it, like you've just heard Janine say. If you are sitting on the fence saying, but listen, yeah, money's tight. I want to go and buy the 149 promoter pack that is coming on the 15th. That could be the way that you're thinking at the moment. Look at it in this manner. If you buy a $99 pack now, on the 15th when it launches, you can sell your coins, have the $99 and put another $50 worth of Bitcoins and go and buy your promoter pack so that you can carry on earning the commissions down the network. And I'm pretty sure they'll be teaching a little bit later on this too. So that's from my side, Jacques Sasson, AKA the Assassinator, the Unleashed Entrepreneur. And I just want to thank you to everybody. This is going to work. Get involved, buy your tickets, don't hold back, tell your teams to buy, and let's make this coin work. Thank you.
Awesome, Jacques. Thank you so much. And a network marketer of note with some great sage advice there for everybody for the future. So thank you, Jacques, for sharing. So now we're going to shift gear completely to the other side of the spectrum, because not only is there the $99 offer, there was also the offer, if you saw when Bruce did the presentation, on the noding and staking vouchers. So if you are one of those people like myself who's been looking for an opportunity to earn a passive income, a residual income, then this is the way to go. So I've got none other than Andrew Eaton, who leads and heads up Team GI Hugeness on the call, who has purchased himself a couple of nodes, and he's going to share his experience of owning a node and how that transactions continue to take place in real time. As Jacques said, in real time, Andrew would have got that commission on Jacques' $99 package immediately, and as he does with noding. So really, really welcome, and over to you, Andrew.
Janine, thanks very much, and really, really excited to be on this morning's call, this evening's call if you are in Australia or Malaysia, and I guess midnight call if you're somewhere in the States. So great to be on the call. Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of the things I love about what Gold Standard Partners does, and one of the reasons I've been involved in the space for so many years, is because I love the idea of crypto mining. I love the idea of noding. And that is why I think, you know, we are sitting with something so special right now. Now, to put things into perspective, what do nodes do? Someone says they love my shirt. I love my shirt too. You see the rest of it there, you know? Also, thank you so much. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Back to who we are. One of the things about what makes noding so important in a proof of stake project is that it maintains the integrity of the blockchain. So by owning a node, we help actually maintain integrity of the entire blockchain. Isn't that special? You're contributing to the success of the entire project by having a node. And one of the great things about the G99 blockchain is that it is the first blockchain where the developers have been able to make it that there's only a limited amount of nodes. You see, in other proof of stake projects, there's an unlimited amount of nodes, which means people can just keep noding, keep noding, keep noding. But in the G99 network, in the G99 blockchain, there are only ever going to be 4,000 nodes available. And as you can see, that Bruce is busy typing. It's not really me typing. It says Andrew Eaton says that noding keeps integrating the proof of stake. It's Bruce. He's sitting right here. He's on my computer, and you're going to see something quite special in a moment. So here's what I want you to understand. So what's exciting? So number one, by having a node, you are maintaining the integrity, helping maintain the proof of stake and the integrity of the entire blockchain and the entire project. That's an incredibly good thing to be doing. Number two, though, is you can earn from it. Now, I'll give you an example. I own 3 nodes, and there will only ever be 4,000. Listen to me carefully. There's a limited amount of nodes available. There will only ever be 4,000 master nodes available on the G999 blockchain. I want you to think about that right now. Think about how small 4,000 is. Imagine there were only ever 4,000 spades in the world that allowed you to mine gold, ever. And you today owned one of those 4,000 spades. Think what that would mean for you. Well, there are 4,000 nodes available ever in this project, of which I think there's only about, give or take 1,000 nodes left. And then they're done. You'll never get a node again unless someone wants to sell their node. But I don't think anyone's ever going to want to sell their node. And here's why. You see, because there are only 4,000 nodes available, it is very predictable what your earnings are. Let me say that again. Because there are only 4,000 nodes available, it is very predictable what your earnings are. And here's how it works. Every minute on the G99 blockchain, a block is created. Every minute, that block is hit by a different node. Now, when there are 4,000, Bruce is typing out the maths here for you guys, but when there are 4,000 nodes, that means each node, because it does it in order. It's not random, guys. It does it in order. That's the way it's been developed. Every minute, a different block gets hit by a different node, which means that when all 4,000 nodes are active, a node will hit the block every, call it 2 and a bit days, 2.7 days approximately. Or you've seen Bruce typed out the minutes there. You guys can type, you guys can read it. What does that mean? It means when there are 4,000 nodes, you can predictably know that every 2.7 odd days, you're going to be rewarded with your node, if it was your node that hit the block, with exactly 427 coins, is it? 470 coins. 470 G999 tokens. If you extrapolate that for the entire year, it's a as Bruce said in the presentation, it is a 7.5% return per year. 427.50. Sorry, guys, I don't have it in front of me, so I keep forgetting. 427.50. Mandy's asking how much is the node cost. That was in the presentation. There's a special right now. It's cheap. It's the cheapest they've been going for. I mean, prior to this week, it was more than this, but you got a lot of bonuses. But right now, it's $9,999 US, and for that you're going to get 749,999 G999 coins, which you node with, and you have to node for 12 months. So after 12 months, you can choose whether you want to release your node and get back your coins and do what you want to them, or whether you want to keep on with your node. That's basically how it works. So 7.5% return on the coin growth. But that's on the growth of your coin. So 427.5 new G99 coins in your G99 wallet every 2.75 days. But here's what I want to ask you. Right now, we know, and I'm going to let Bruce just quickly share a screen. Bruce, do you want to share the screen? Right now, we know that a G999 token is 2 cents. We have a price maker strategy, which, if it goes right, will mean the coin can go up in value fairly quickly. But more importantly than that, we have a real utility coin here, which over time the coin will go up in value because of the deflationary nature of the entire project as well. So right now, this is what you're looking at. I own 3 nodes, and as you can see, there are, I'm earning every day because they're not 4,000 nodes live yet. So instead of once every 2.75 days, I'm getting one of my nodes. You can see MN1, MN2, and MN3 there. Every 1.5 odd days, one of those nodes hits the block instead of 2.75 days. Obviously, when all 4,000 nodes are taken, it will be once every 2.75 days. But right now, if you look at that, I have it's a bit small, Bruce, people say, but I don't know how much we can make much bigger than that. It's about as big as it's going to go. I have mined a total of 104,000 something coins. I can't quite see 104,000 coins since the 10th of October. If you times that by 2, I don't have a calculator in front of me, but if you times that by 2 cents, I've essentially mined out about noded out is probably the better way to put it, about $2,500 worth of G99 tokens at 2 cents a coin. What happens if that? Here's a question what I'm going to ask you about. Ask you quickly. What happens if it goes up to 3 cents? What happens if it goes up to 4 cents? And on the extreme, what happens if it's over 10 cents a G99 token, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents? Think about the returns that could bring you. And remember, you staking the coins in the node, which means after 1 year, you can, if you want to do something different with those coins, you are able to unstake the node. It will open up a new node on the blockchain and someone else can take over the node from there. So here's what I'd like to encourage you. If money is not, if you've got some money to spend, you're probably never going to, after the 15th, you will not get nodes at $9,999 again. And so if you've got that sort of money lying around and you are a full believer in this project and you want to be one of the first people to own a node and one of the only people of 4,000 people to have a node, then I suggest you get that node at that price. As Luzette Mullen says there, it is a steal. I mean, I wake up every morning and I come run downstairs and I check, did I still hit one or not? Did I still hit some node? Did I still hit a block? Did my nodes hit a block? I know they have, but it's still so exciting to come downstairs and take a look. And it's so exciting. You're sitting at your computer and it goes ping, and there's another notification that, I've got another 427.5 G99 coins while I'm working. All right, so that's it for me for the moment. Janine, I'm going to pass straight back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Before you go quickly, I just want to confirm with you and for you to confirm with everybody else. So what you're earning on noding is complete residual income. That's got nothing to do with you marketing the business, sharing the business, or talking to anybody else about the business, correct?
I'm glad you asked the question. I want to make that clear. I'm a network marketer. I am passionate about network marketing because I believe that truly empowers people to take charge of their life. And I love earning residual income out of my network marketing business. This has got nothing to do with that. This is my investor, my entrepreneurial hat. Now I can't call it investor because you are still, it's still a digital physical product which I'm buying, okay? But this is how I make my money work for me. So this has got nothing to do with the actual network marketing side of things and everything to do with creating residual income and making my money work for me in a node. Whether I go out and build a network, if I'm a node holder, once every 2.75 days, I will be credited with 427.5 G99 tokens in my G99 core wallet, which I can do whatever I want with.
Fantastic.
Okay. And it's a very predictable 7.5% per year.
That's fantastic. So that's for those people on the call. Thanks, Andrew, for sharing that. I just wanted to clear that up. So for those people that are on the call looking for that and looking for that solution for themselves for the future, that is really it in a nutshell, as Andrew said. There are limited quantities and obviously there is a promotion on it at the moment. So those are going to run out. I have no doubt about that. You can work out what that's going to cost you. Now, for those of you that are wanting to maximize the entire bouquet that GS Partners has put on the table for us, because they really, really have. We are the marketing arm of the Gold Standard Corporation. And we have opportunity, as Bruce shared earlier, to earn 9 levels down by sharing this with people in our communities. By taking others along with us, we get to rise at the same time. Now, the GS Partners has a uni-level structure in place for all of us network marketers. And what we're going to do now is shift back to Bruce, who is hopefully going to be with his favorite tool called his flip chart and be able to explain to us how to really maximize the uni-level structure and compensation plan for maximum benefit and maximum growth. If you are brand new, if you're starting out, or if you came to this project already with an existing team. So over back to you, Bruce.
Janine, thanks so much for that. And again, for everybody who stayed with the call, we've just gone past 1 hour. We've probably got another 25 to 30 minutes. So we're not going the full 2 hours today because we're making really good time. But I want to say to every person who's sitting and looking at that $9,999 US price tag, I want to tell you that there is a staking option for about $3,600. And that staking option pays out at about 2.5% per annum on the current value of the coin. Remember, it pays you out in a number of coins. So if you go and stake 3,600, you go and buy your staking node, you'll earn 2.5%. But what if the value of the coin doubles? Then technically on your original spend, you're earning about 5%. What if the value of the coin goes up 4-fold? then technically on the US dollar value that you paid, you're already up 10% per annum. This is the beauty of cryptocurrencies. We are exiting our money from dollars and rands and pounds and euros. We're exiting our money from that failing system. We're putting it into crypto platforms, projects, and companies like this, and we're still getting it to work for us in a growing market. So for those of you who were scared by the $9,999 price tag, go and take a look at the $3,600 price tag, or as Jacques Sasson just showed you, get in the game and start trying to get hold of those prizes that'll start setting you up for having more and more coin in your back pocket. So having said that, I want to go straight into my section, which is the training section. This is specific to the marketers, the people who want to go out and learn how to be professionals in the marketplace, and also how to professionally leverage the commission structure, the sales compensation plan that the company has put on offer. So if you're wanting to do the numbers with me, if you're wanting to plug into the marketing structure, just type the word sales in the bottom. And I want to tell you this, I don't mean sales as in we're going to go out there and be, sales people, because I'm not a sales person. I don't have a sales background. I didn't study in sales. I've never got to go out and exercise my sales muscles. That's not the invitation I'm saying here. When we type the word sales, we're talking about learning how to engage on social media, in your own community, in your own territory, professionally. So we're talking about engagement when we type the word sales. We're talking about professional when we type the word sales. And then last thing, we're talking about creating a community that can plug into this platform, plug into these products, these services, and use them. That's what I mean by sales. And by doing that, by being professional, by going out into the marketplace, by creating community, we get rewarded on all products and services. Sales is the byproduct of going into the marketplace as professionals and building communities. That's what I mean by sales. So let's have a look at how we can leverage and understand the 36% through 9-level compensation plan that the company has put in place. So I want to talk about the 36% that the company sets aside in the sales of its products. And remember, its main push is in the technology space. So there's a lot of margin for commissions, for profits. Its main push is in the technology space. And they are bringing on other assets such as gold, silver, diamonds in time. But because they've positioned themselves in the technology space, they have margin to pay to the sales force, to the marketing team, to the growing community. That's you and I. So the company pays our sales in a 10, I'm going to get this wrong immediately. I'm in trouble here. 4, 3, there you go. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? 3, 4, 6. This is 9 levels of commission paid into a marketing structure, into a compensation plan. And I'm going to go through some numbers now that you can either choose to adopt or choose to maybe do lower numbers or higher numbers. But what we've looked at in the sales plan and what we've done as a team is we spent this week past, going in and structuring our teams. Now we're going into sales mode. And I want you to pretend that after this call, you're in day 1. I want you to pretend that you're a brand new person. And many of you are new. This might be the first time on this call. Everybody is starting on an equal footing. We're all starting mentally as though it is day 1. And because it's day 1, I want to talk about how to put a lot of time and effort into this 10% level here so that you have what we call a drip feed effect into these levels over here. Okay, so I want to talk about how we go wide on day 1 how we teach new people to go wide so that over time there's a drip feed mechanism. Now, for some people on this call, you're in the privileged position where you actually already have key people positioned 3, 4, maybe even 5 layers into your existing structure. Okay, you've already gone and done that because that was our strategy. I want you to pretend that you are now focused only on you, just like they will only be focused on them. And we're going to talk about how to create wide shoulders, wide wealth, so we can get a knock-on effect into the rest of our sales team. And I'm going to actually share a screen with you. I want to give a big shout out to Michael Delco, Martin Thibault. They took time out of their diaries to sit with myself and Andrew and the team and really talk through some of the numbers of our team now exploding wide. Now, this is a team strategy. We want to show you the power of focusing on going wide in your own personal sales and the drip feed effect that happens into your team. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to flip across back onto Andrew's laptop over here. And I just need to find where I've hidden this thing. So wait a second. Let's put that there and try this again. Give me a moment. We normally have an absolute guru helping us out with this. Brendan Earp-Jones, we are missing you so much today. Brendan is a machine when it comes to laptops and tech. I'm more of the flip chart guy. I love flip charts. I'm from a teaching and pastoral background. That's where I'm most comfortable. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. Janine, you're going to need to tell me in a moment if you can see. All right, we're going to go here. Andrew, sorry guys, give me 2 minutes here. Andrew, where do I find the Excel? I want to share that, but obviously there's no option here for me to do that. So I don't know what I've done wrong here. We'll be very, very patient with us. Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, Andrew for the win. This is Andrew for the tick. Brendan's job is in trouble now.
And Bruce is smiling because he knows when Andrew says it's Andrew for the tick, how funny that is.
Right. So I want to show you some cool numbers over here. Here's what we know in any community, in any sales team, in any activity that you do. You might do a lot of work, but the average person doesn't. And I know that sounds harsh, but maybe just think about the profession you're currently in. Maybe think about the work that you're currently doing. Think about what you currently do and think about what your peers do. Would you say that on average, people do less than you? Type less if people on average are doing less than you. Or you can be really honest and you can type more if you look around and you see that people in your profession maybe are doing more than you. I like some people are typing at nothing. People in their industry are doing nothing. Okay, I like the honesty coming through from some of you typing more. Okay, I'm going to go with the average numbers that we see in our industry. And in our industry, we know that most people do less than the top earners. I'm going to say that again. Most people do less than the professionals. Most people do less than the top earners. Most people do less with the champions who decide, I'm going to make a success of this. I want to assume that every person on this call wants to be a professional, and I want to assume that every one of you want to play at a professional level. And the reason I want to assume that is our training, our social media trainings that we run, the community support that you get here is designed to help you move from being an amateur to being a professional. So we're going to assume that you're going to play at a professional level. So just type the word pro if you want to learn to be a professional and play above the average. Type the word pro, because the numbers I'm going to share with you is based on someone playing at a professional level, and then we're assuming that the rest of the people in their team are still playing at an amateur level and they're still going to grow into being a professional. So having said that, having said that, let's assume the average person will only ever grow market share in their area by 2 people a month. Okay, we're going to assume that the average person in Western Australia will only ever speak to 2 other people in a month and help them plug in and save themselves from fiat into crypto. We're going to assume that the average person in South Africa is only going to talk to 2 people a month and help them move into cryptos, help them move into minerals, help them move into GS partners. That's our assumption. So just type in the bottom, what are we assuming? How many people a month are we assuming the average person will talk to? Type it in the bottom so I know we're all tracking. Yes, 2. So that's the assumption on this model that I want to show you. Let's assume 2. Now I'm going to ask you a question because you're playing at a professional level and you're this first slide up here. This is you. This is your number. How many people are you going to talk to each month? Okay, how many people are you going to help plug into GS partners? How many people are you going to help move into gold, silver, diamonds, crypto noding, staking, crypto banking? How many people are you going to help each month personally? Okay, we got some big numbers here and we got some little numbers here. So let's play with some of the numbers. Some people have said 5. So I'm going to type in the number 5 over here. Okay, the people who've typed the word 5, assuming that the average person is doing 2, and assuming that over time, okay, we don't know how long this will take, but let's assume that each person at each level has spoken to only 2 more people. They've helped 2 more people move their funds into gold, silver, diamonds, cryptos, products, services, crypto banking, noding, staking. And let's assume that in total there's 2,555 people have slowly come on board. Maybe this has been over 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Maybe this has taken 24 months. But in this time period, based on our post-launch lowest offering once a year subscription at $149, this is the potential earning, $17,745. Now I want to say this again. All of this is just a spreadsheet. Okay, this is just a spreadsheet based on numbers that you are sharing with me and that I'm sharing with you. This is not an income claim. This is not a guarantee. We're putting in what if scenarios here. But what if you decided to talk to 5 people and you decided that the average was going to only talk to 2, and that over time you grew a community of 2,550? Who here thinks another 2,555 people in your area, and you decide what your area is, whether it's Australia, South Africa, Malaysia, do you think this is realistic to assume that number? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, fair enough. And do you think that this earning potential here would have been worth your time and effort at going out there and starting the ball rolling? You can just type effort yes if you agree that that time to effort ratio is worth it. Fantastic. Okay, so we agree on that. What if you weren't someone who typed in 5? Okay, we had some people type in 10. So let's type in 10 here and assume that the average person will only do 2. Okay, you're playing at a professional level. The average person is playing at an average amateur level. So maybe this takes 9 months. Maybe this takes 6 months. Maybe it takes 3 months. I mean, it really does depend on your efforts. Maybe it depends on you being able to support, put people into good structures, duplicate. Is it realistic to assume that a community of 5,110 people using the products, using the services, that's a realistic number? Okay, a lot of people are typing yes. Okay, who would like, so just out of 10 being absolutely and 1 being no thank you, who would like to have put in an extra $35,000 into their back pockets, maybe into their crypto portfolio, maybe they would like to go and put this into a trust fund for their kids. Maybe this is something that helps you kickstart your crypto portfolio. I don't know what you're going to do with this, but would you agree that just because you decided to play at a professional level and everybody else decides to play at an amateur level, that this was time well spent? And again, we're not presenting on any big ticket items here. I mean, these numbers radically change if there's another product line that comes out and we start playing at a higher income level and we're moving bigger products which bring more services to people, you know, then the number changes. The number obviously radically changes. I'm trying to show you that on a low $149 a year account fee to access different products and services, that this business can create options for you. Right, type in the number. If you said more than 10 personally, just type what your number is. I'm keen to see, you know, where the community's head is at. I know we've got some people with big goals on here. I'm seeing 40, 75, 10. Okay, I've done the 10 example already. Okay, I'm going to go to 40, and then we're just going to stop there. I think 40 is a healthy number. Okay, but what if you got busy and built it at 40? Now, this is the potential that you have here. Go and put 40 people wide. Remember, we talk about width. We're talking about creating broad shoulders. 40 people wide, and the number changes radically. I think it was Brent who put in, Brent said 75, so I'm just going to go put in 75. 75 wide, while everyone else is being average. These are the potentials if we choose to get busy. So really, what I'm hoping you're getting out of that Excel sheet, and guys, it's an Excel sheet. I want to keep saying it. I'm not making income claims here. What I'm saying is, if you want to play at a higher level and you want to get higher results, then it's going to take a professional mindset and action to go and get that done. How often is it the person at the top of something that makes off all the money off the smallest amount of effort? And this is going to sound harsh, but how often is it, you know, an MD who is making the most money, even though there might be someone lower down putting in more hours, bringing on more clients? You know, there are certain structures that pay the person at the top the most, not necessarily because they've done the most work. What I'm saying to you is, if you choose to go and do the most, okay? If you choose, listen to this, so we all understand this. If you choose to go and do the most, get nice broad shoulders, go and set the pace, set the tone. If you choose to go and do the most, it radically changes your earning potential, no matter how average the rest of the team is. Remember, our calculations were based on average, but you playing at a higher level. So if you want to go 10 and that's your most, go 10. If you want to go 20 because that's your most, go 20. If you want to go 1,000 wide, go 1,000 wide. You set the tone. The person at the top doing the most work has the most to gain. We're not talking about that other shape that comes through the corporate world. Okay, we're talking about you grabbing hold of this and setting the tone. Who's excited about being in control of their potential earnings? Just type excited or yes or me. That's what this compensation plan allows for. Now, for every other person who's already come into our structure, our team did something quite unique. We went and put in key people that we know are already thinking like professionals, and we're going to see width across a number of levels. But for the new people, you're in control. Today is day one for everyone. Type day one in the bottom. Today is day one for everyone. And we get to choose how wide we want to go. We get to choose how much work we want to put in. We get to choose how high as a professional we want to play in order to get that width in place. And even if everybody else is average, even if everybody else chooses not to play at the same level, you will get rewarded. That's the type of compensation plan we have. It's different to the traditional world. I started today saying COVID has radically changed how we do business. And the old structure is designed to help you survive. This new structure is here to help you thrive. So I want to thank you for coming along with me, for just looking at the numbers. Type in the word thrive if you want to shift out of old structures and old thinking into new, because that's what this call is about. I'm going to hand back to Janine, and then you're going to hear shortly from Andrew, and then we're wrapped up for the day. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your patience with me.
Thank you so much, Bruce. We always love hearing from you so that we forget about the technical glitches. Thank you very much. I love the survive to thrive. And when you say today's day one, all I keep thinking about is one saying that I've used a number of times in my career, and that is, if it's going to be, it's up to me. No one's coming to save you. It's going to be up to you. And if you want to play in this arena, there's no better way than to play professionally. Take yourself from amateur to professional. Stay plugged in and learn from the best. So I'm going to go back to Andrew now. Andrew, who you met earlier on when he showed you his nodes, is a network marketing professional. And the way in which he's become professional is by aligning himself with other professionals in the industry. And he's going to share a little bit of that with you, and an amazing opportunity that's just lining up for you to be a massive professional right here now in December in 2020. So back to you, Andrew.
Great. Can you guys see me?
No, we can't. We can just see like a Zoom screen.
I can do the check here. You see? And what we've done here. There we go. Okay.
So you're not
I'm here now because the real tech guy actually fixed something. It wasn't me just fixing my spreadsheet. So here I am again. Right. So who's had value from today's training so far? Let's just see from a show of hands. If you've got value, type in what part of this training has excited you most so far. What is the biggest thing you got from the training? So type it in the chat box. We'd love to get some feedback from you guys. What is the biggest thing that you got from today's training so far? Right, some great comments coming through here. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastic. Right. Now, all right. When I spoke earlier and I was talking about the noding, I said, Janine, when Janine finished off with me, she said, the noding, just to be clear, this is not the network marketing part. And then I replied by saying, yes, it is. It's got nothing to do with the network marketing, but I am a passionate network marketer. And let me explain to you why before I carry on. People, for those of you who don't know me, I got into network marketing out of desperation. You see, in 2008, sorry, I lost my business, traditional business. I'd been married for a year, and I was broke. And my wife and I, Paula, she was middle management at a listed company. I went and found myself a job, and for the next 3 years, we just ground it out. We just barely managed to keep a roof above our heads. I'd lost my zest for goals. I'd lost my zest for achieving things. I was just going through the grind of life. Now, maybe some of you are sitting here right now that can relate to that. Maybe right now you can relate to it. Maybe you can relate to it in some time in your life, but that's where I was. I was completely goalless, aimless, going to the ruts of life. And in 2011, we found out that our little 2-year-old girl, Jenna, actually was 2 at that stage, is now 11. We found out that she was autistic. And some of you know the story, some of you don't, but I remember sitting at my house in Johannesburg, looking at this little bundle of joy running around the house, and just as a parent feeling helpless, knowing that we didn't have the time or the money to give this little girl what she was going to need to overcome those challenges that she was going to face. And I think that's really where my life changed. I was desperate. I've eventually, I think the universe or God sent me my wife, and it was my little girl and my little boy. But at that moment, my little girl, I remember it clearly. And I remember saying to Paul, I've got to change things up here. I've got to do something where I can create a business where I can create both time and money. And I remember that the answer for me was network marketing. You see, why the answer was for me in network marketing is that I knew that for a fairly low risk and fairly low startup capital, I could start a business and then roll up my sleeves part-time. I couldn't do it full-time because I still had to make my job income. And so I remember in 2011, I decided to join a network marketing company, and I rolled up my sleeves and I got to work. And my life changed. I'll cut a long story very short, but within 5 years, I had my first six-figure year in dollar terms. I went from $0 to $100,000 a year in 2016. It took me a long time because I had no mentors for most of that time. But it changed my life. And so I guess I could be forgiven for being passionate about network marketing. I mean, if it's changed my life, an average guy with no goals, just going through the ruts of life, knowing you just needed to make a change. If it enables an average guy like me, an average South African guy sitting in Johannesburg, middle class, if it enabled me to change my life so significantly and that of my family and my children, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. And so that's why I'm passionate about the network marketing aspect of this business. But here's what I know. Thanks, Jacques. Here's what I know. I know that you don't earn the big money unless you decide to go professional. You see, in anything that we do, it's the professionals who make money. If you're a golfer, the amateurs are fun, sometimes not so much fun, okay? But it's the professionals who make money. In business, it's the same. In business, the people who are professional make money. Dominic, I'm going to tell you right now how you go professional. It's just a decision. In network marketing, it's the same. There's a saying that goes, the best thing about network marketing is that anyone can do it. And the worst thing about network marketing is that anyone can do it. And why I make that statement is that there are a lot of people who run around, and Bruce mentioned it earlier, posers and amateurs, running around, giving the industry a bad name and doing everything wrong. There's another bunch of people who enthusiastically go around saying doing the wrong thing and never make money. And the professionals understand how to make money. And so my career changed, my network marketing career changed, my fortunes in network marketing changed when I decided to become professional. And the way I did that, very simply, was finding people in network marketing who were at a level that I aspired to be. I looked for people who could mentor me to be 6- and 7-figure income earners. You see, if you aren't a 6- and 7-figure income earner, you can never teach someone else how to be a 6- and 7-figure income earner. And so I went and sought those people out. And one of the people that I found, I remember I was on YouTube, and one of the people that I found in about 2012 was a gentleman by the name of Eric Warrior. And he was doing a lot of YouTube clips, and he had this business called Network Marketing Pro. And I started following this guy. And he every year was doing an event in Las Vegas called GoPro Recruiting Mastery, which is now the biggest generic network marketing event in the world. And in 2013, I want to tell you a quick story. In 2013, I took money out of my bond and I flew to America to go to my first GoPro. And it changed my life forever. You see, at that GoPro, I met the professionals that could mentor me. I met the people that I could learn from to operate at their level. And because I saw so many people operating at a 6- and 7-figure income yearly level, it gave me the belief that I could also operate at that level. Find your mentors, find the training, work the system, and 6- and 7 figures are within everyone's reach on this call who want to be a professional network marketer. And here's what I want to encourage everyone to do right now. In fact, if you're on this call still and you want to be a network marketer, there should be no one who has got, lovely Chad, there should be no one who has got an excuse on this call. You see, we were supposed to go to Vegas this year as well. Every year, our team goes to Vegas. All roads lead to GoPro, as we say. We were supposed to be leaving this week to go to GoPro. But we all know how COVID has changed the world and restricted travel this year. And as a result of that, we cannot go to Vegas this year. But GoPro are doing a virtual event. Eric Worre is doing a virtual event, and it's going to be the biggest, listen to me, the biggest virtual event in the history of the internet. What I know so far is that there are 50,000 people going to be on this event globally. 50,000 tickets sold, but about 100,000 people watching because people can watch together. And here's what I want to encourage every single person on this call to do right now. And I know Lauren is watching this, my PA Lauren, she's also one of our leaders. A GoPro ticket is $299 if you go straight direct to GoPro right now. And with that, Eric Worre and GoPro will give you about $4,000 worth of training material over and above that you can go through and everyone forever. It's yours. It's some of that stuff, the stuff that I've used to grow a big business, that Bruce Hughes has used to grow a big business, that Brendan Jones, Jacques Sasson, Janine herself, many people, many of the leaders, they've used that business, that training to grow huge businesses. For $299, if you go straight directly to GoPro and you buy from their site, you're going to get a ticket, a virtual ticket, and $4,000 worth of material. That is a no-brainer. I know what the value of that material is because I've bought some of that material individually, and I can tell you it's cost about $4,000. Now, sorry, my little daughter's coming in here, the one I told you about earlier. Bruce is just getting her off. Last year at GoPro, I secured a whole lot of tickets at a special price, bulk tickets, and we've sold out of those already. But there is a gentleman in our community who also bought some tickets. And our tickets are sold out, but I've managed to convince him, and I think there's only about 35 tickets left, that for $100, we will give you those tickets, that ticket, and you'll get all $4,000 worth of the resources as well. It is a no-brainer. Now, here's what I know some of you are doing. Some of you are going, well, we're all going to someone's house. We're going to watch together. We only need one ticket. And you're right. You only need one ticket. You can sit, we're having about 20 people at our house this weekend, and we could all have just got one ticket and all watch together. But here's what I want to tell you. Only one person is going to get the $4,000 worth of resources. But for $100, even if you're watching with other people, get that ticket, because what the real value that sits behind that now is that $4,000 worth of resources that you're going to get for free. For free. Even if you are watching together. I don't know the exact amount. I was trying to get hold of Lauren just before I came on this call, but I don't know exactly. But I think it's about 35 odd tickets from the other guy's stock that we still got. Mine are all gone. But there's about 35 tickets left from the other guy's stock. Obviously he's saying that's great. It's a week out. I'm not going to get rid of them. $100. Tell people $100 they can have it. You can have it. Here's what I want you to do. Get hold of Lauren DeBrain now. Lauren's going to type her email address. Bruce will also type it in, lauren@jaihugeness.com, Bruce. lauren@jaihugeness.com. Lauren, please put your telephone number in a couple of times for your WhatsApp, etc. in the comments box as well. Please get hold of Lauren DeBrain now. There's only 35 left, about. Okay, Lauren's done it. There's only about 35 left. And it's first comes first served. You can pay by EFT, you can pay by PayPal, and I'll even take Bitcoin and Ethereum. But let's get those tickets, guys. And that GoPro starts this week, Friday. This time next week, we will be in the middle of GoPro. That, with where we are right now in this business, will set the professionals and the professionals with the right mindset and the right skills apart from the amateurs. And as we launch this new part of our project, as we launch gold standard partners, it's going to be the people who run at a professional level who will launch the biggest and most successful and long-term teams as we duplicate the professional mindset, duplicate the professional skills, duplicate the professional systems into their teams so that that business that they've started to build right now is sustainable for the long term and they're not always filling leaking buckets, etc. So for those of you who've got your tickets already, say aye. And for those of you who still want to get the ticket, say, I'm in. Okay. So a lot of people saying, here. All of you who still want the ticket, go, I'm in. You just need to get hold of Lauren. Lots of eyes coming, lots of them. Okay. So people, please get hold of Lauren de Bruin. Lauren, if you can just again, because now there's a lot of comments coming in, please just put your telephone number in there again for WhatsApps and the email address so people can email you. Guys, it's only 35 tickets and then it's done. $100 for $4,000 worth of value. It's a no-brainer. You're never going to get that material again at that price. I can guarantee you. It's a gift. All right. So that's it from me. I'm going to hand back to Janine. People, this is what I want to say to you. This is no time to sleep right now. We've gone from transition phase, and we've transitioned beautifully as a team and a community, as Bruce explained, by giving a bit away to gain and to make sure we all feel part of a team. But right now, we're moving from the transition phase into the launch phase. And launch phase requires massive activity, massive all-out activity. And over the next 2 weeks, we're going to be teaching and running at that pace for you guys to follow. Be ready, roll up your sleeves. It's time to get to work. Janine, back to you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Andrew. You can see he speaks with so much passion, and he has an absolute passion for network marketing, as you can see. And he's 100% right. Being part of Grow Pro is being in network marketing, in fact, is probably the biggest personal growth journey one can ever go into and enter into in your life. So before you go, I just want to really wrap up the day. You've been presented with some options today. And at the end of the day, you get to make a choice as to which you want to follow. If your choice is not to join us as a partner in the GS Partners Group, I hope you've learned something today and at least got to meet some really great people. It was awesome having you on the call. If you are already part of our community, remember to stay plugged into our Facebook page. That is where you will find all of our trainings, sessions, and keeping you up to date as to what's going to happen in the next 48 hours, 72 hours, and the next 7 days. You will find all of that information on our Facebook page. Or those of you that are going to be joining us on GoPro, make sure you got your snacks ready, make sure you got your notebooks ready as we all go GoPro with Eric Worre. And as Andrew said, I'm not quite sure if you're picking it all up. We're in our soft launch phase. We have GoPro next weekend. The company launches on the 15th of December, and Bruce has shared how we're going to create those broad shoulders. So we really are perfectly positioned to go out now and build a significant business and start correctly. You always need to start out how you want to end up. And to start off professionally, you're going to set a solid foundation for your future. So having said that, I want to say thank you again for taking time out of your day, evening and night to join us on this call and to be part of our community. And Bruce has popped back onto the screen. Bruce, you need to add something. No. Okay. So what I just wanted to say from me, Janine, to all of you, apart from having welcomed you into our community, I look forward to walking this long road with all of you and making sure that everyone is with us every step of the way. But I want to just say to you, save yourself and your community, as Bruce said, from the devaluing fiat currency and introduce them to cryptocurrency. You've got the potential of throwing just one pebble into the pond and watching that ripple effect as we enhance lives and get to our mantra of 1 million lives debt-free. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you again soon.